6-1, day 2. I think you guys can kind of get the rhythm of this book. You know, day 1, just put some pieces in place. Day 2, show you how you can apply that idea. So, what you learned on day 1 was this. This is an exponential function. You learned about what it looks like, what the graph looks like generally, the rules. These need to be numbers, constants, and this needs to be a variable. Now, we're going to pull out a life application problem. Now, if you buy a car's value decreases. Population, like I said, of deer, increasing. Bacteria, increasing. A lot of this could be used in science. Hate to use the word COVID, but I'm sure there's some people calculating things using this sort of an equation, an exponential function, making predictions. Having said that, let's open the hood and talk about some parts. So, let's say you buy a car. That right there, that little sub-zero, don't worry about it. It's just P naught, not peanut, P naught, but don't worry about all that fancy stuff. This is the initial value. Now, when I say value, I'm talking about a car, but it could be the initial population, like the population of Grand Rapids. Anything that's the starting point, okay? This R is either the rate of increase of things can also decrease. Remember, growth is going to go like this. Decay is going to go like that. So we got two things going on. I'll talk more about that in a minute. T is time. So over time, things either grow or they decay. Can't think of anything that stays constant off the top of my head, but that's not what this is all about. And then this is the amount after a certain amount of time. So for example, a car, $24,000, the rate is going to be decreased. When you buy it, it's $24,000. After 7 years, this formula will calculate what the car's value is worth after 7 years, or 8 years, or 9 years. Okay, couple tricks. Okay, first of all, if this number, remember, this number is, if B is greater than 1, it's going to be growth. If B is a fraction, like 1/2, that's going to be decay. Keep that in mind. So if we have a decrease, it's going to be 1 minus R, and that is going to be less than 1. It's going to be a fraction. Now, it can be a decimal, like 0.98. That's less than 1, so it's going to be decreasing. Okay, with all that being said, another little trick. If you see something like the population of rabbits double, then basically they're saying, hey, let B, which, by the way, don't want to confuse you, it's the same thing as 1 plus R. You're just going to put a 2 in for that. They're just spoon feeding you this value. If it triples, then it's going to equal 3. If it's quadrupled, it's going to equal 4. So you got to look for that little trick that you got to have. Okay, that's it for your pre-lesson. Sample problems are going to be a little heavier because then we're just going to use this formula. But now you know what the formula is.